What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MavAttack. Now, if you don't know what video your ass just clicked on, this is a list of my top 10 GameCube games of all time. So, I've recently taken the plunge and bought myself a Wii U, and have been overjoyed at the amount of fun I'm having on this new system. So, to celebrate my newest Nintendo purchase, and games themselves, I want to take it back to when Nintendo was in their 3D prime and give you guys my top 10 list of Nintendo GameCube games. Released on November 18th, 2001 in the United States, the Nintendo GameCube was its successor to the amazing Nintendo 64, as y'all know, and featured tons of awesome games, peripherals, and hardware features. Being able to play Game Boy games with the nifty attachment for the bottom of your system, or attaching 4 wireless Wavebird controllers to your system, and going head to head on that Smash Brothers, the system appealed to many gamers at the time, and there's still so much love for it, even to this day. That's why I'm bringing you my top 10 GameCube games of all time, in no particular order. So without further ado, let's fucking start.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
This is the follow-up to the highly successful and extremely fun Paper Mario game on the Nintendo 64. The game ultimately has you searching to find the Thousand Year Door so you can save the world and defeat the Shadow Queen. Of course, through the adventure you meet wacky characters to fight alongside with or against. Peach is kidnapped yet again, and you gain awesome paper abilities like turning yourself into a paper airplane to fly around. All of this helps to make the game an awesome addition and sequel to one of the best N64 games, and ultimately puts it on my top 10 list. Besides, Mario pretends to be Luigi, people believe him, Luigi looks like an idiot, it's pretty hilarious.
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion, being a launch title for the Nintendo GameCube, had split views. Half of the people hated it for its slow pace, hard to grasp controls, and overall boring gameplay, while the other half, myself included, loved the game for its lovely story, great atmosphere, fun, and at times very challenging gameplay. The game takes place in a haunted mansion when Luigi wins a contest that he never entered. He told his brother Mario to meet him there to celebrate his victory, but then Mario goes missing. So to help Luigi on his quest, an old professor named Elvin Gad, or EGAD, equipped him with the Poltergust 3000, a vacuum cleaner used for capturing ghosts, and a Game Boy Horror, a device used for communicating with EGAD. You roam around this dark mansion capturing ghosts and solving puzzles to figure out just where exactly Mario has gone. I love this game, and it quite frankly scared the crap out of me. Literally, I pooped myself when I was a kid. But overall, Luigi and I felt the same way. Even though we were terrified, we had to save our beloved brother and figure out just where exactly is Mario.
SANITY'S Requiem.
SANITY'S Requiem is a psychological survival horror action game, that's a whole lot, and was the first-party Nintendo game to get an M rating. I said first party, not third party, so don't try to jam me up in the comments section. The plot of the game revolves around Alexandra Roivas, who is investigating the murder of her grandfather, Edward. While exploring his Rhode Island mansion, she discovers a secret room containing odd items and a book bound with human skin and bone. Ugh. When she reads the book, The Tome of Eternal Darkness, you're taken back in time to experience scenes from the past. This is where you ultimately play as different characters and periods of time. The game plays like old school survival horror games and really messes with your mind. There's a sanity meter which basically messes with the player as this lowers. So a sanity effect, for example, would be the screen warping and skewing and whispers being heard in your ears, or messing with your screen entirely, like giving you the infamous blue screen of death. All in all, SANITY'S Requiem was a great entry in the Nintendo GameCube catalog and brought the scariness that most people enjoyed in earlier games such as Resident Evil and Silent Hill, another game that also produced poop.
Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I absolutely love a good fighting game, and ever since Super Smash Bros. Dropped on the N64, I've been hooked like a fish. The game features an arcade mode where you battle through the stages to beat the final boss and unlock new characters, but the free fighting made it fun. What I mean by this is picking your character, setting how many players, what game mode, and where to fight at. Super Smash Bros. Can be ultra casual and fun to play, but can get super intense and ultra competitive. This game took the amazingness that was Super Smash Bros. And absolutely killed the improvements in a good way, making Super Smash Bros. Melee my favorite Smash game in the series. Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii was awesome too, but leaned more towards being user-friendly, which isn't a bad thing by any means, but it slowed up the faster pace of the game before it, Melee. Fingers crossed that the new Smash brings excellence to the table. Oh yeah, can't nobody see me when it comes to playing as Ness too, so all opponents are welcome.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
So before I explain this game and why it's in my top 10 list, let me just say that this is my favorite Mario Kart game to date. Now don't get it twisted, I did love and play religiously Mario Kart 64 as well as some others, but the co-op aspect and level design of Double Dash are some of the best in the series in my book. So Mario Kart is, if you didn't know, ultimately a kart racer that gives you upgrades to take out or protect yourself against other players as you race to compete for gold cups or different circuits. The character lineup here was pretty great, and being able to play with your friends and either race against them or ride on the same kart with them, switching seats and using power-ups to advance, makes this Mario Kart a great experience either solo or with friends. The game was lengthy, and overall it was just a very fun game to play. Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 were also fun, but Double Dash gives them the blue shell.
The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess is considered by a lot of gamers to be the best Zelda game ever made. It takes a formula from all the previous games and builds upon it, making it a solid title and one any GameCube owner must own. The game was even released as a Wii launch title, so even if you don't have a GameCube but have a Wii, there's no excuse not to own the game. So to sum up the story briefly, Link's village is under attack by some evil creatures, and while Link makes his pursuit to save the people that were taken, a shadow beast pulls him beyond a large wall into the realm of Twilight, where he is transformed into a wolf and imprisoned. Link is soon freed by an imp-like Twilight being named Midna, who guides him to Princess Zelda. Zelda explains that Zant, the king of the Twilight, has stolen the light from 3 of the 4 light spirits and conquered Hyrule. The gameplay of this game is so smooth and easy to pick up. While taking the control scheme of previous Zelda games, it does a great job of not fixing what isn't broken. If you play the game, you can see why fans of the series absolutely adore the game, and Twilight Princess is just a must-play Zelda game if you haven't, on either GameCube or Wii. Like, you gotta play it.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine Super Mario Sunshine shares similar elements to its older brother, Super Mario 64, while also introducing new gameplay features. Players control Mario as he tries to obtain 120 shine sprites in order to bring light back to Isle of Delfino and prove his innocence after an imposter steals the shine sprites and covers the island in toxic slime. Mario is joined by a robotic backpack named Flood, flash liquidizing ultra dousing device, that's a whole lot too, which uses the power of water to clean away slime and help Mario reach new places. Super Mario is a great, vibrant, sunny ass game that you can't help but smile while you play it. It takes the formula from Super Mario 64 and perfects it to make an awesome 3D platforming game.
Kirby's Air Ride.
Kirby's Air Ride is a fun multiplayer racing game where you play as Kirby on a star and fly through levels on said star. You can compete in races or other minigames. The simple controls are a defining feature of Kirby's Air Ride. Other than the use of the control stick to steer, the A button performs all other actions in the game, including braking, charging up for a boost, and sucking in nearby enemies. I don't have to say much about this one. It was a very simple game, but it proved that you don't have to be complex to have a fun experience.
The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
So with my recent purchase of the Wii U, I had to get the Wind Waker HD remaster, and oh my goodness. I'm just gonna start off by saying, next to Ocarina of Time and The Link to the Past, the Wind Waker is my all-time favorite Zelda game. Not just for its bold move and being cel-shaded, but the adventure, change of scenery, story, gameplay, just everything about this game screams amazing. But it all started on the GameCube, and that's where our love connection first began. When Link's sister is kidnapped, a series of events occur that take you from your home island village to giant temples and dungeons in search of treasure, equipment, and rupees to help aid you on your quest to figure out what this guy Ganondorf is up to and what will it take to stop him. Sailing on the high seas with your trusted dragon boat, to snapping selfies and pictures of townspeople, this game is a truly amazing experience that if you're a fan of the Zelda games, you should not miss out on this at all. And I'll say this now, that in all honesty, if the next Zelda game coming in 2015 for the Wii U is anything like this game, it'll not only be my favorite Zelda game, but it'll be a good contender for my favorite game of all time. And that's saying a lot. Easily. So be on the lookout.
Wario World.
Wario World snuck off the radar for me, and I just not too long ago got into this game. But basically in Wario World, the game begins with Wario enjoying his new castle, which is filled with treasure, but an evil gem called the Black Jewel awakens and takes over Wario's castle, turning Wario's treasure into monsters. Wario then must venture off defeating bosses and getting his riches back. Honestly, I wish I could have ran into this game when I was younger because it is addicting and super fun to play. It's a 3D platformer that takes fighting and the world of Wario over the top and some pretty ridiculous levels and moves which Wario can perform. This game is so fun it makes you want 100% every single level and find all the treasure that Wario lost. It's a silly time that takes the spotlight off of Mario for once and gives his nemesis a fun and time-worthy game. I mean, this dude gains health by eating garlic. Like you punch a garlic machine and you eat garlic to get your health back. Yo, Wario's a badass, yo. Now, I know this video has been on the lengthy side, but I really appreciate you guys sticking in with me and rocking out with me. But I just have some honorable mentions that damn near made it onto my list, but I just couldn't squeeze them in, and they're all on this list for a specific reason, whether it be story, gameplay, or both. So starting off, we got Star Fox Adventures, Animal Crossing, Beautiful Joe, PN03, product number 03, and Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, as always, please be sure to do so. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite GameCube games are. And if you agreed with some of the ones on my list or you disagreed, let me know how you're feeling. Also, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to join the Mav movement because we out here making moves. But I will see you all on the next episode of MavAttack. Motherfucker.